The Oasis Project Bid tab has a lot of different uses. For right now, we'll skip the code column and go straight to the B quantity or base quantity field, and that is basically the quantity that is best known or the average counts that are on this job. Later, we'll show you how to use the Customers tab on how to vary the counts based upon some customer, contractor, whoever is governing the counts. Now, the fixture type code is the fixture type code that's on the lighting design. And then as far as manufacturer, if I type slow, like F, it'll show me a drop down. Now, if I tab out without hitting enter or clicking on that item, it won't accept it. Now, one thing you could do is hit the F key or whatever it is, and then hit the enter key, and that'll accept that particular factory. Next thing I'll do is I'll start typing a catalog number. So I want a A125, and notice how it's refining itself based upon whatever I've keyed in the catalog number field, or part field is what it is. Now, I could use my arrow keys. Let me arrow down here a few times and select an item by hitting the enter key. I could use my mouse, but that's kind of a slower way to do this, but I'll hit the enter key and I'll accept whatever's highlighted, fill in the description or any other information that's set up on that price list. Okay. Now, if you have an item that is made to order or something very custom on this job, what you could do is just key in whatever the count is, the fixture type, and still the factory that I'm working with, and some MTO item. So now I can fill in more information, linear run, to describe this to my customer, and any build notes. So 8-foot runs. That's more of a build note or whatever I need to communicate between my customer and my factory, make sure we're building the same item. And usually this is more precise as far as colors or anything specific on how to build that particular made-to-order item. Now, a couple other items on this that are very, very important. First of all, the part field or the catalog number field. Notice how the color has changed. So if it's green here, that green is basically good. You may see basically black on whatever the base user selected color is. That means it's an item that doesn't match the price list. It could very well be a valid item, but it is just not matching the pricing that's set up inside of Oasis. There are other colors possible as well. Now, when we're going to the description, we definitely want the catalog number to be in this part field and nothing else. If you want to describe an item, that is basically the description going to your customer mostly. And then the note is whatever you want to communicate between those. And again, build items. Now, some of this information gets fairly long. So notice how there's more information if I make this a little bit longer. Okay. Now, most people will leave this column kind of small, and then they'll use the F2 key. This is probably one of the hidden items people forget about the most. So if I basically hit my function 2 or F2 key, it brings up this editor, and I can key in a long list of items. And now hit the OK key, and that's basically how it will print on my quote. I'm trying to be very descriptive on that. And by the way, notes and description columns inside of Oasis, as well as the notes tab we'll talk about later, are virtually unlimited in length. There probably is a limit, but for practical purposes, there really isn't. You can put a lot of information in there, and it prints basically on your quote.